What's up YouTube, Milma here again with another Xcode tutorial. This tutorial is on how to use Interface Builder and what I normally say in Interface Builder, just so you can follow along in my other videos. This is a follow-on video from my Xcode, how to use Xcode tutorial, and that can be found here if you haven't already seen that. So in the last tutorial I showed you this how to use Xcode in this interface. So we'll move from the classes folder now into the resources folder, and we'll expand that, and you should see normally two folders and well, three, but we only really focus on two, and that is the main window.xib and the view controller.xib. Now these views vary on depending on what project you chose in the first place, and depending on what tutorial it is, I will go over them if needs be. So .xib means .nib. So if you ever hear me say .nib, .xib, or view controller file or something like that, I mean go into one of these files and open it up. Now when you open it up, it opens another application called Interface Builder, which you did get with Xcode, so no more downloading. And to open it, simply just double click, and I'll just let it load. My computer's a bit slow. So with Interface Builder you should get 4 windows pop up, and if you don't, then I'll show you how to get them in a minute. So as you can see, here's 2 of the 4 windows we get, and there's the other 2. Now to get these, if these don't pop up, you need to go to Window, Document, and that will bring up this small box here. Then you go to Tools, Library, and that will bring up this one over here. Tools, Inspector will bring up this one over here, and View. To get View, go into your document window and double click on View, and it should bring up your view. Now I'll just quickly go over what each of these windows do. The library is where you find everything, like buttons and labels and bars and everything you need to make the view. So these will be found in here, and when I need them, or when you need them in the tutorial, I will tell you to get them. And to get them off the library onto the view, it's as simple as drag and drop. So I found a label here, and I will just drag and drop onto the view wherever I want, and you can see as I let go, the label has now appeared on my view. Now the document is really easy, you don't really need to know much for this. It's basically the file from Xcode but in Interface Builder. So in here, in the files owner, if we just select that, we can see on the inspector over here all its connections. So as you can see, it's connected to the view at the moment, which is highlighting yellow as I highlight it. So yeah, that's all you need to know for that. So any connections we need to make up, we click on the files owner and go over here to the inspector. Oops. So, and a quick overview of the inspector. It has 4 tabs here, 1, 2, 3, 4. The last one over here is the information tab, and that will tell you kind of what class the view is, its name, all sorts of stuff like that. This is the size, the third one, and if I just select the view, you can see it tells me the size of the view over here, so it's 320 by 460 pixels. Make sure, just to let you know, these are pixels, not centimeters or something. And also if I select the label, you can see it tells me all the different sizes of the label and how many pixels that is. Then the third one is the connections, and as we saw, if we selected on the files owner over here, you can see the connections changes because the files owner is actually connected to the view. Now to connect something, it's easy as, well, dragging and dropping the label on. You can see that if I just get rid of that a second, you can see the view, and that's our outlet, and that's what we'll be declaring in Xcode. And if you go across, you can see this kind of circle, and as I drag my mouse over it, it turns into a cross. And like I said, it's as easy as drag and drop. Just click, you get the blue line, drag to what you want to connect it to. Normally it will highlight, and as you can see it's highlighted, and I want it to connect to the view, so I let go and it's connected. So that's the connections tab. And then finally is the attributes tab, and that will kind of define everything about stuff on Interface Builder and what's on your screen. So at the moment it says, for the view, it says orientation portrait. If I just select that and select landscape, you can see the view changes to a landscape view. And I can go back I can change the bar at the top, so I've got a navigation bar, I've got a navigation bar with prompts, I've got black one, I can have none, I can have no status bar, so you see the status bar disappears. So there's loads of stuff you can do in here, and that is only for the view. Now if I select the label, you can see this changes completely. We've got a whole new screen of stuff we can do. So like aligning the centers and setting it so it's center in the label. It's changing its font, so if I just select that, it'll bring up this view over here. We can change it to, I don't know, we'll change it to, I don't know, Zapfino, so you see it changes there. We can change the font, so I'll make it a bit bigger. And see on the screen the label has 9 blue dots around it. This is so we can size it, so as you can see it gets bigger, and the reason why the text isn't changing is because the font isn't big enough. So I might as well go change the font, so 3648, there you go, that'll be big enough. And yep, there you go, and we can change the text colour, so I might change it blue, pink, red, whatever, and I'll have it that colour, that'll be fine. So as you can see, there are loads of stuff you can do just with this one tab here. So yeah, there you go guys, that's my kind of overview of Interface Builder, a quick tutorial on how to use it and how I normally use it in my tutorials, so you can follow me along with that. So I hope that helped, and I will be making a very easy basic tutorial on how to make this label on the screen here change text, so change from label to something else with the help of a button, which I will be telling you how to program in that tutorial, and you can find that on this link here. So click on that and it will give you a quick overview of how to code basically your first app in Xcode. So thanks for watching guys, and see you in the next video.